how to use this wheelchair lift, which I don't even know how to use yet, by the way, so you're gonna come along with me and try to figure it out. So first I am going to back up my chair. Now I am not sure how to put this on here, so we're gonna have fun figuring it out. And right now this is moving, so I am going to lock all the wheels. You can push it with your foot if you want, or you can use your hand. I don't know, I prefer using my hand, but if you can't bend down that far, then you can use your foot. Now for the fun part. Okay, how do I get this on this? I'm gonna sit this up first, I think. Okay, I'm just gonna tip it down and we'll see what happens. I'm scared it's gonna roll away, but as I showed inside, those locks actually work really well and it doesn't move very easily. So, okay, so that was a little awkward because these wheels move around, but now I might as well turn it sideways. Okay, it's on there. So now I can strap it. There is also a tightener here, so you can tighten it. I don't think that's really necessary for me right now. Let's see what happens. And I forgot to turn the power on. And so I forgot that this one has a power button that's hidden, like I showed you inside. So here's another mobility piece where you have to find it. Which is why inside I had said you should turn it on before you put the wheelchair on, but I forgot. All right. Let's go ahead and raise it up. Okay, it's going. I didn't think I would need to raise it this high, but the boot of my car is actually like right here. So right now it's like a little above it. So maybe if you want to come around, you can kind of see. So you can see how it's like right onto the edge of my car. Like I could even raise it a little bit higher if I wanted to. And then I could, because the lift is still a little further away from my car, I could actually unlock the wheels just to slide it over to be closer to be able to transfer it. I think I could do it from here, but for the sake of like, if you don't feel comfortable going this distance to the car, I'm going to unlock these guys just so that I can move it closer. Again, this is my first time doing it, so still trying to figure out the sweet spots. But see, now the tire is like almost on the car, so it should be a little bit easier. And then I'm just gonna lock them again. Okay, so now let's go ahead and undo the straps. And I could almost put it this way, but my car has some stuff in it, so it would probably have to go like in here. So I think I'm gonna turn it with the wheels at the front to make it a little bit easier. There's like a metal piece right here for the wheel. I think that's a really good place to grab it. So I'm just gonna grab that and turn. And so the wheel is getting a little stuck on the outside here. I would just lift that up, turn. So it's a little, you know, have to finagle with it a little bit, but I mean, it is easier than having to lift it up by yourself. You just push it in, make sure you don't lose the strap there. And there you go. And then what we can do is collapse this so that you can put it in your car. So you just get out the remote control again and do the minus button all the way down. Right. So it does seem like every time I close this, this corner pops out because it kind of gets stuck under here. So you just might have to reattach this when you're, after you close it. That would be the tricky part. So again, depending on your mobility, it might be difficult to still maneuver this into the car, but I think it's easier than if you were maneuvering the entire wheelchair. wheelchair. And so if you have somebody to help you, that's going to be really helpful as well. I believe this is about 26 pounds, which doesn't even feel that heavy to me, honestly. It feels like it's, like I think my walker is like 20 something pounds and this feels kind of lighter, but maybe it's because of the shape and the size that it's a little bit easier to maneuver. So you can just pick it up right here, you can kind of put it on over your shoulder, or you can just pick up the whole thing by itself. It also does have these little grips right here that you can hold on to. I don't know if I find it entirely necessary, but it's helpful. I might even be able to slide it like sideways next to my wheelchair. Let's see. So I probably have to just put this in the back seat of my car. If you have a van though, or like an SUV or something, you'd probably be fine. I obviously don't have that. So let's see. So what I'll do is I'll just show you what it's like to put it in the side of the car for now. Pick it up. We'll put it in there. So it fits in there, as you can see. I mean, it's really flat, doesn't take up too much space. I could even tip it forward and put it, in between the back of the seats. So after doing a review of this chair lift from ComfyGo Mobility, I think it is going to be really helpful for some people and less helpful for others. I would say that if you have back problems, this can be good in the sense that you're not lifting something heavy, but a little challenging in the sense that you might have to keep bending down and bending back up again to make all the adjustments. So you can put these wheels on lock with your foot. Like, that's not as comfortable for me. I prefer to just like reach down and push it because I kind of have difficulty with that mobility like that. I would have to bend down, lock it, put the chair on, lift it, and then unlock it again, bend down to unlock it, move it over, lift it, and put it in. So it's kind of, there's a lot going on. I would say that if you have trouble lifting heavy things, if you don't have that kind of strength, then this is definitely better than lifting a 65-pound chair. However, it is gonna take a little bit longer, and there are more steps involved with the chair. You can just fold it, slide it up, and then push it in. But with this, you have to get it all set up correctly, put the chair on top of it, strap it on, lift it up. There's just a lot of little steps to it. And then in addition, it's like even when you get the wheelchair into your trunk, what do you do with it afterwards? So now you have to lift this up, which is still a little heavy, again, lighter than the chair, but you have to lift it up to be able to put it into your car in either your back seat or your trunk. For me, it doesn't fit in the trunk. So if you have like an SUV or a truck or something like that, then this might be great because you can easily put it like next to the item in your trunk. But if you don't, then you might not have enough space. Also, if you have a truck or an SUV, this might be nice because it lifts up much higher. So if you are maneuvering this wheelchair like on your own and trying to lift it all the way up into the back seat of a truck or SUV, which will be higher than this most likely, then that's going to be a little bit harder on your body versus if you had this lift to lift it all the way up to that height for you. I think that this definitely has a good place where it could be used, where it can be helpful, but I think for me, it's kind of, I'd rather just lift up my wheelchair and stick it in because it's a little bit easier than having to deal with this. However, if I was having a really painful day, if I was having like a flare-up, my back was hurting, my foot was hurting, whatever, then it would be nice to have this to not have to worry about lifting it in and out of the trunk. So I hope this helps with making your decision when you're looking for wheelchair lifts or other wheelchairs. Let me know if you have any questions about the wheelchair lift, and I will do my best to answer you. And be sure to go to ComfyGo Mobility in order to learn more about the other products that they have to offer. Thanks, bye.